What's up, guys? Randy and Heather back again with another episode. This time doing a little Q&A. All these questions came from our Facebook group, Beard Boozers. Check us out. A lot of great guys and girls on there, beardos and beardettes. Talk about all things beards and booze. I'm going to jump right into it here. First questions from Sean Patrick Farrell out of Arizona. What have you found to be the most difficult in starting beard booze?
Well, Sean, we'd have to say marketing. Mainly just getting out there. The industry is so competitive with a bunch of great companies out there, so we want to, it's really hard for us to try to separate us from everyone else. Get the word spread about beard booze and, just get our products out there for everybody to try.
I'd have to definitely agree. The market's very saturated, highly competitive with a lot of great companies, and that's been the toughest part, is just separating ourselves and standing out. I think we're doing a pretty good job, and all the great companies is great for you guys out there. A lot to choose from. Keeps us on our toes, keep putting a great product, and it keeps us motivated.
The next question comes from Matthew Ozuna out of Arizona as well. What made you guys want to start a beard balm business?
It's kind of a long story. I'll try to keep it brief, but basically I've always been a super creative guy, drawing, musical, all kinds of things like that, all artistic things, and I was always looking for a creative outlet. I never really found anything, kind of jumped from job to job. I've done all kinds of things, worked on a farm, high school, college baseball coach, worked in the corporate world, and I just never was happy. I never found something I was happy doing. And Heather got me a beard care kit after I'd started growing my beard and loved my beard, and had a comb, wash, oil, you know how it goes, and I absolutely loved using it. Started researching, see what else was out there, tried other companies, and I really enjoyed the shopping aspect of it and just seeing what was out there and trying different things. And I saw a few labels I really liked and said, man, I could really make some cool labels. I know I can make a great product. I enjoy cooking too, and a lot of the things I enjoy cooking is making an excellent meal and watching people enjoy it. And I kind of get the same feeling now. I make great products and I get a really good feedback emails or reviews, and it's a really good feeling to know I'm putting my heart and soul into something and people are really appreciating it and enjoying it. And that's kind of how it happened. We started playing around with it. I really enjoyed it, enjoyed making the combs, the balms, the oils, and it just snowballed from there. Next question, my buddy Toby Perkins out of Texas. Have you thought about doing a how-to video for the proper application of oils and balms? Short answer, yes we have. And a lot of these next questions kind of play into that. We're going to do a separate video, some how-tos, different styles, but we wanted to keep this video kind of short, so we're going to break it up into a few how-to videos.
To go along with that, Frank Evans out of Texas. Beard maintenance. What is the average method? Not all beards and hair types are the same, so not all methods work for everyone.
That's a great point. You're absolutely right that no one beard is the same. So you're right, it's hard to say an average method. I would say everybody kind of uses a wash. You need a good organic wash that doesn't strip the oils. Be very careful of these commercial shampoos that contain a lot of chemicals that strip the hair. It's really bad for the skin and hair. You want to look for a lot of saponified oils, olive oil, jojoba oil, when you read the labels. If you can't understand something, definitely stay away from it. And then a lot of people use a great quality beard oil. Shorter beards probably use more so oils. If they have a real frizzy beard, they'll want to use a balm. Once the beard gets longer, obviously a balm to try to keep it tamed. And as far as trimming, I don't really trim my beard. I'm letting it hit its max length, and then maybe I'll do some evening up. But when it comes to trimming, it really depends what you're going for. If you're going for a really short, neat beard, I would recommend clippers with a high guard, just so you get that very even trim. If you want a longer beard, the best way I've found, and through research and doing it, is comb it out, comb against the grain to where the beard kind of sticks out, like looks all wild, because essentially what you're trying to do is layer it. You want the beard to layer. So you'll comb it out to where it sticks straight out, and then gently trim, little by little, very little. I would recommend trim a little bit one day, wash it next day, see how it looks, because there's been so many times I've been tempted to trim my beard, say this looks long here today, this looks long here the next day, but then next day I look and it's all even, looks perfect, and I think, what if I would have trimmed that and now it's laying the way it is? It would have been like a chunk missing. So be very careful, never trim it when it's wet, and do very little by little. A lot more coarse beards, faster growing beards, like my buddy Kellen Neptune, maybe I can get him to do a how-to video on coarse beards, but his grows really fast on the sides, and if he doesn't trim it, it kind of starts to fro out on the sides. So he takes clippers and actually trims it down and fades it into the bottom of his beard, kind of to have the straight down look like my beard has. But my beard isn't a coarse, thick beard, and it kind of just layers naturally. I hope that helps. Like I said, we're going to do some more how-to videos on beard maintenance, proper application of oils and stuff, and things like that.
On that note, that kind of answered Chris Fisher's question out of West Virginia. He asked how to trim on your own so you're not dependent on barbers who may chop it off. We all seen what happened to Chris, so there you go. That's the tip. That's the answer for that one.
Oh, Chris had a little mishap, but I tell you what, it's coming back really strong.
Yes,
He's got very strong growth. And then Delberto kind of had the same question. We're going to do a video on how to wash and maintain your beard using balms and oils, even how to brush, comb, or blow dry it. That's a great question. Like I said, we're going to do the how-to videos. We do have a wash coming out, so hopefully I'll use that in the video. Going on to Brian Kerr, kind of the same thing. I have a curly and thick red beard, and it tangles so easily. And any tips or suggestions to help start getting it to lay straight? This one, like I was saying, really be careful of the shampoos that strip the hair, because as a woman, I'm sure Heather can tell you, when the oils are stripped and it's dry, it tangles very easily.
Yes.
Where you can barely get a comb through it. So the best thing I could say is keep it conditioned, stay away from shampoos that strip the oils, and I would start with a wide tooth comb. A boar's hair bristle brush is going to be your best friend when you start training the hair down, combing it, and even blow dry it down the direction you want to go, and it'll really start to train how you want it to lay.
We have a couple questions from Chris Sneddon out of Florida. He asked, named booze, where are the mixed drink product names?
That's a good question, and honestly, we kicked around that idea in the beginning, even had thoughts of little liquor-looking bottles, but I was scared people would actually try to drink it. I didn't want to tempt people with that, and a lot of this is my creative outlet. I love creating the new names, and that kind of would have taken the fun out of it, you know, margarita, sex on the beach, pina colada. I think I would have been kind of limited, so now it's kind of open to whatever I want to do. Any name I want to make or any label I want to draw is the main reason, but it is a cool idea.
He had a couple other follow-up questions. New scent possibilities, wash, any other new products, and again, how did you come up with the name? But kind of touched on that already.
New scent possibilities, we do have a ton of scent ideas coming down the pipes, a lot of exciting things. We use 100% essential oils, so it's a little tougher than just using fragrance oils to get the desired scent, but to us that kind of adds to the challenge. It's awesome. Every little drop makes a huge difference in the scent profile. You know, when you're making scents, there's a base note, a middle note, and a top note, which kind of, think of it as a musical chord. The base note kind of sticks around, it holds the blend together. So does the middle note, and the top note is the more prominent one you're going to smell right away. And you just have to keep that in mind when you're building the scent, so to speak. So yeah, we have a lot of scents coming out. We kind of want to have 10 solid scents that we really like, that we get a lot of good feedback on. As we think of more, we'll kind of maybe phase out the ones that aren't the most popular, go from there, and probably have some seasonal ones as well. A wash, it's coming up soon, next couple weeks. We're going to put out the pre-order, pre-sale at a discounted price, so look for that. It's coming out very soon. It's pretty much perfected, almost done testing it, so that's coming up. Any other products? We're also kicking around doing a beard butter, kind of just a conditioning, maybe unscented, just for the purpose of conditioning, not really much hold, but kind of between an oil and a balm, so to speak. Obviously, we're thinking of doing a pomade, kind of going the whole men's grooming route, brushes, things like that. It's kind of endless. We think of new products every day we want to try and kick around the idea. So a lot of exciting things to come. Good question.
Absolutely.
And how we came up with the name, that kind of touched on it earlier. Actually, obviously, I like my beard. I love booze, beer, and it just hit me, and I was like, there's got to be another company out there called Beard Booze. And I Googled and didn't find anything, so we just went with it. It's an awesome name, rolls off the tongue, catchy, everything we love.
Final question from Kevin Michael Darby out of Florida as well. How do you become such a stud? And would you consider making a cannabis scent?
I don't really consider myself as a stud. I'm a stand-up
He is.
guy, do things the right way, treat people right, and that's pretty much it. Would I consider making a cannabis scent? Yes, I would. I've researched it and thought about it. Cannabis essential oil actually has extremely great therapeutic properties, a lot of medicinal benefits. It's pretty expensive ingredient, but I'm definitely looking into using that. I'm not sure exactly how much it smells like marijuana, but it doesn't contain any THC, doesn't get you high, anything like that. It just contains all the great benefits. Pine also smells a little marijuana-y, if that's a word. So maybe, I think it could be a cool idea down the road. Hope that answers your questions. We're going to do some more of these. I think it's kind of cool. You guys get to know us a little bit, get to ask us questions, kind of give it a, how do you say it?
Personal touch.
Personal touch, a little more, what's it called? Transparency. All right. Anything else you want to add?
Nope, that's it. Of course, if y'all have any questions anytime, feel free to shoot us an email, leave us a message on Facebook.
We're always here, always on Facebook, Instagram, always email us. We always answer as soon as we can. See you guys next time.